Have you ever laid in bed at night and felt tired, but not proud? You did things all day. You answered texts. You checked your email. You watched short videos. You talked about big plans. But when the room got quiet, you felt empty. This is the story of a girl named Mia. Mia lived in a small apartment in Ohio. The highway hummed outside her window. Cars rushed by like they had somewhere important to be. Every morning, her alarm rang at 7 o'clock. She hit snooze twice, sometimes 3 times. The light through her curtains felt soft and gray. Her phone was warm in her hand before her feet touched the floor. Just 5 minutes, she would tell herself. 5 minutes turned into 30. Then she rushed. Cold coffee in a travel cup, shoes half-tied, hair pulled back fast. She worked at a grocery store. The doors slid open all day. Beep, beep, beep. She was not lazy. That is important. She stood for hours. She smiled at strangers. She stacked cans. She cleaned spills. But in her head, she had dreams. She wanted to become a nurse. She wanted to help people. She even bought a big textbook once. It sat on her desk, clean, unopened. At night, she would sit on her couch. The TV glowed blue. The room smelled like microwave popcorn. She would scroll, scroll, scroll. Videos of other people winning, other people studying, other people changing their lives. She would whisper, "One day." One rainy Sunday, the power went out. The screen went black. The room went silent. No TV, no Wi-Fi, no noise, only rain tapping on the window. Mia sat still. The clock on the wall ticked louder than ever. Tick, tick, tick. She looked around her apartment. Laundry on the chair, dishes in the sink, the nursing book under a thin layer of dust. For the first time in a long time, she felt her own thoughts. They were not loud. They were soft. "Why do you keep waiting?" they asked. She did not have an answer. That evening, her neighbor, Mr. Lewis, knocked on her door. He was old. He walked slow. He always smelled like mint tea. "Power's out everywhere," he said with a small smile. "Feels strange, doesn't it?" Mia nodded. He looked at her dark room. Then he said something simple. "When the lights go out, you see what is really there." She laughed a little. "I guess I see a mess." He shook his head. "I mean, inside." He did not stay long, just a few minutes, but his word stayed. That night, Mia lit a small candle. The flame moved gently. She pulled the nursing book onto her lap. It felt heavy. She opened to page 1. The words were not magic. They did not change her life in 1 hour. But she read for 20 minutes. Only 20. When the power came back, her phone buzzed again. Notifications. Messages. Noise. She looked at the screen. Then she turned it face down. The next morning, she did something small. She set her alarm for 6:30. When it rang, she sat up right away. Her room was quiet. The sky outside was pale pink. She made coffee. Hot this time. Steam rising into the cool air. She read for 30 minutes. Not 2 hours. Not all day. Just 30 minutes. At work, nothing changed. The door still slid open. Beep, beep, beep. But something inside her felt steady. Each day, she kept that one promise. 30 minutes. Some days she was tired. Some days she wanted to skip. But she remembered the dark room, the ticking clock, the question with no answer. Weeks passed. The book no longer looked new. Pages bent, notes in the corners. She started an online class. Just one. She stopped saying one day. She started saying today. Her life did not become loud or flashy. There was no big speech, no cheering crowd, Only small mornings, soft light, hot coffee, open pages. 1 year later, Mia stood by her window again. The highway still hummed, cars still rushed. But she felt different. Her scrubs hung behind the door, light blue, clean. She'd passed her exam. Mr. Lewis saw her in the hallway. "You look taller," he joked. She smiled. "I just stopped waiting." That night, she lay in bed. The room was quiet. The air smelled like fresh laundry. She was tired, but this time she felt proud. The days were still 24 hours. The world was still noisy. But she had learned something gentle. Life does not move when we talk about it. It moves when we guard one small piece of it. And sometimes, all it takes is one quiet morning when you choose yourself before the world wakes up.